Hey everyone, it's Lisa from the blog farmhouseonboone.com and baby Daniel, and today we are going to show you how to make coconut flour lemon poppy seed muffins. They are a perfect recipe for spring and really delicious, kid tested and approved. Today's post is sponsored by Bob's Red Mill. They are your perfect go-to source if you have an Easter celebration or something coming up and somebody in the family has some kind of allergy, maybe to gluten. A lot of people are gluten sensitive today. These Bob's Red Mill coconut products, like their coconut flour, coconut sugar, and coconut shreds, are a perfect replacement to make a tasty treat that still does not have any gluten. Bob's Red Mill offers the largest line of organic whole grain foods in the country. All of their products are certified kosher and made with non-GMO seeds, which is something that is really important to me to avoid GMOs in our family. Bob's Red Mill uses high quality whole grains, perfect for vegan, paleo, anything for your gluten-free, dairy-free baking needs. They have all of that. We've been using Bob's Red Mill in our kitchen for a really long time, and so I'm really excited to partner with them to make these delicious muffins. All right, well, let's get started. Now this recipe makes exactly 12 muffins. I made them just the other day for my kids for breakfast, so they're also a good breakfast recipe. I'm going to start by using some cupcake liners to line all 12 of my muffin tins. Now you could, of course, just coat them with a little bit of coconut oil, and that would work too. Sometimes I like to keep it really mess-free. This is also good if you're going to be bringing this to a gathering. They look pretty and they're easier to serve individually if you use the liners. Now I am going to be doing a frosting for these, so they are perfect for treats if you're going to bring to an Easter gathering, for example, or some kind of holiday gathering, but for breakfast you might skip the frosting. In a large bowl, I'm going to start adding my ingredients. First, 3/4 of a cup of Bob's Red Mill coconut flour, 6 eggs. I do prefer to use room temperature eggs so that when I go to add the coconut oil, it doesn't get hard, but you can totally not do that and it'll still be just fine. 1/4 of a cup of coconut milk. You could also use regular milk or water. Either one will work. And then the juice from 2 lemons. But make sure to reserve about 2 tablespoons or half a lemon for the frosting. Next, I'm going to zest in about the zest from 1 lemon. 1/4 cup of melted coconut oil. Gonna add 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of baking soda, a half a teaspoon of baking powder, a teaspoon of vanilla, 3/4 of a cup of coconut sugar, and then I'm just gonna give it a good stir. You'll notice right away that the coconut flour is absorbing all of the liquids. A very, very absorbent flour. I've used farm fresh eggs, so my batter is quite yellow, which is perfect for the lemony vibe and color. After that is all combined, I'm going to add a half of a tablespoon of poppy seeds. The first time I made this, I added way too many poppy seeds. They definitely have a strong flavor that my kids like, but only in really small quantities. A half a tablespoon, I find, after testing, is perfect. Next, I'm just gonna fill up my muffin liners and get it into a 350-degree oven for 25 minutes. Now that my muffins are in the oven, I'm going to start working on the topping. I have a really delicious frosting, but also I love to top cupcakes and muffins with toasted coconut. It's actually a snack that my kids love all on its own. It's good topped on anything. So I'm going to take my Bob's Red Mill unsweetened shredded coconut. Just gonna do about a half a cup of my coconut. And get it going on a cast iron skillet over medium heat, stirring constantly so that it doesn't get burnt until it's brown and toasty, and then I'm gonna add a little bit of honey, which when it cools, it'll make it this crispy, flaky, delicious goodness that will be perfect. Add a little bit of a crunch to the moist and soft coconut flour muffins. For the icing, I did 1 cup of heavy whipping cream, the reserved half of a lemon juice, and about 3 to 4 tablespoons of maple syrup. Now you'll want to make sure to let the muffins fully cool before icing them. To ice them, I just use a Ziploc bag with the corner cut off as my piping bag. I save it several times so that there's not a lot of waste. I actually already used this one in my last batch, and then just pipe on some pretty swirls. It really makes it prettier if you were bringing this to a gathering. Then just top the muffins with a little bit of lemon zest and some toasted coconut. That really adds a nice crispy element to these super moist and delicious coconut flour muffins. All right, well, I hope that you enjoy this recipe. The printable recipe card will be over on the blog. I'll leave a link down in the description box if you want to save this for later. Thanks again to Bob's Red Mill for sponsoring today's video. I absolutely love working with their products, and I hope that you enjoy this recipe. Thank you so much for stopping by the farmhouse.